She says she want hood nigga. I keep the perk by the pound. The trunk stay bumped and y'all know we run the town. Hood nigga. And I keep a bad bitch around. Thick bitch, long hair, yellow, white, red, brown. Hood nigga. And my Chevy sitting on 24s. Flats look like flapjack. Pancake, you ain't no hood nigga. I'ma play the game how it go. They can take me out the hood, but I'ma keep it hood, folks. I'm on that good and alcohol. I got some down bitches I can't call. What's that? I don't know what I would do without y'all. I'm a ball till the day I fall. Yeah, long as my bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate as long as my bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate as long as these bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate as long as these bitches love me. I'm on that. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this super fly, dirt coast, muddy water. Shorty, pop that pussy if you wanna. Let me tell you about this old school pouring lean, candy yams and collard greens, pocket full of stones, riding clean.
Well, I'm just one parlay away from a new house, new car. I'm just one parlay away. Trust I'ma take us far. I'm just one parlay away. One parlay away. One parlay away. Oh, I took the Chiefs on over. Took my homes on yards. Everything is going good so far. Lakers beating the Knicks. Spread is only 6. 2 minutes left in the game, baby. I'm about to hit. Ow!
I need out, yeah, I need out. Blood pressure higher than a body count. Tomorrow she has to go. She's a mama. I think I married a hoe. Married a hoe. I said, mama, I think I married a hoe. I made a mistake, mama. No, oh no. I want you. A man can't do nothing for you. All these hoes ain't loyal. Ain't loyal. All these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. These hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. These hoes ain't loyal. 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 These hoes ain't loyal. When a rich brother wants you and your man can't do nothing for you. All these hoes ain't loyal. Ain't loyal. Whoa, these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. These hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. These hoes ain't loyal. 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 These hoes ain't loyal.
welcome back. Well, god damn, all up in the screen. Shit. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to another episode. The JVJ Network, man. That shit scared me a little bit. I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's a little too close. They're way too close. Let me step back a little bit, man. I got a new camera hooked up, y'all, man. I don't like how close this bitch is. But welcome back to the show, man. On y'all way in as usual, man. Like, subscribe, share, notifications, all that in the bag of chips. We're trying to grow. You know, you see 3 channels down below. Make sure y'all help a brother out with those. But man, we got some interesting ones to talk about tonight. But I need my music though. Where my music at? I'm a little behind y'all because I've been fucking with this camera for a minute. We can soul search tonight. Y'all. Yeah, we gonna soul search a little bit. But yeah, man, welcome back up in here, y'all. There's been a lot of things that's been going on lately. And we're gonna catch up to a few of them, man. We're gonna catch up to a few of them. I had to talk about that trial last night. I wish we could go more in depth on that one. I might have to do a follow-up on that because that shit was still crazy, y'all. And I'm not happy about that at all. Especially as a black man in America, I'm not happy about that. But these folks, when these people show you who they are, we need to believe them. But Myron Gaines, speaking of these people that be showing you who they are, we need to believe them. He's been doing this new Charlie Kirk thing, y'all, where he goes to college campuses and he talks to the students and he debates these 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids and tries to outsmart them like, I got you. Well, Myron is a proponent of talking shit about the black community and aligning himself with white supremacists who don't like him. And people have been telling him multiple times, they done call him the saying N-word and this and that. And he still just keeps on rah-rah for him. And, you know, putting out they political talking points and shit. Well, he had one of the white supremacists show up to the college campus to actually debate. And it didn't go the way Myron thought it was going to go. Myron had to end up talking shit about the white community and actually finally calling out some of the problems that they have. Because, you know, according to them, everybody else got all the problems and they perfectly fine. You know, everything's good over there. You know, the babies ain't getting touched. You know, the schools ain't getting shot up. None of that, you know, beating on people and shit. Yeah, ain't none of that happening. But it was a very interesting conversation between the two. And shout out to Poetic Flacco. He been doing a whole lot of shit lately. So he's the one we're going to be reacting to his reaction of it. Because I ain't going to Myron shit. I ain't giving Myron no goddamn view. But as usual, get your cigarettes, get your weed, get whatever you need. We about to get into it, so let's go ahead and see what we got, man. Let's see. Let me get Poetic Flacco in the building, y'all. Let's see what he got. Hold on. Let me get down here. I'm gonna get right over here. I'm gonna just sit over here. Yeah, I'm gonna sit right there.
This white nationalist, this racist white dude pulls up on Myron to confront Myron, and it backfired badly against him. Now, he pulled up with that good old white supremacist talk. The white man is the greatest. In the beginning, the white man created the heaven and the earth. The land of the free was created by the white man. So the free in the land of the free does not apply to anybody who's not white. All right? How dare these ungrateful, mooching non-blacks don't worship the ground a white man walk on. They get to enjoy the sun rays and the moonlights the white man created. So these people are lunatics. So he pulls up with that lunatic white supremacist talk, thinking he had a friend in Myron. And initially, it felt like he had a friend in Myron. And then he got to thinking he was above the program, and he got put in place because of it.
I don't agree with you when you say that none of us exist. Obviously, I want to deport the non-whites. I want to get rid of the blacks.
Well, I didn't say you guys don't exist.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. That dude look like a straight sperm cell. I'm just saying, y'all. I ain't even trying to talk shit. He look like a straight sperm cell talking about the white race. The white race, bro, they probably want to get a redo on you, buddy. They probably want to redo on you, but either way, let him keep going. He want an all-white country, y'all.
Exist.
Okay, so
I said that it's not like a viable excuse anymore to claim systemic racism.
But we are real, right? You agree white nationalism and white supremacy is real?
Yeah, it exists, but it's not to keep anyone from success, is my argument.
Do you support white nationalism?
This one,
it definitely is to keep. And see, that's the crazy thing. You got a white nationalist up there talking to him, and Myron saying, yeah, I know what their movement is. I don't believe their movement is to keep other people down or harm other people. The white nationalist is sitting right in front of you. He's going to tell you, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like the FBI labeled before, Trump got back in office, and, they labeled the number one threat to this country is white nationalism. These psyched out ass white boys that ain't getting no pussy. And Myron over here trying to tell them that's not what it is. The FBI said that's what it is, bro. Like, what are you talking about? But we gonna see how this shit go. It got funny, y'all.
One of the wildest conversations, bro pulled up to tell Myron, stop saying systematic racism don't exist. Stop saying racism don't exist because yes, it does. We try to get rid of black people. Now, crash dummies like this who aren't smart enough to hide their racism, they are crash dummies. They're gonna crash and burn eventually. They will fizzle out. We don't even have to worry about them. Their only use is we can now use them as a testimony that we not crazy. You see, the white boys who are covert with their racism, who hides it, who hide behind microaggressions and work their way into the fabric of society, climb their way up to the top, and then kick the ladder away from the top to keep black people out and create systems to keep us out. Those are the white boys we got to be afraid of. And those white boys hate white boys like this because white boys like this tell the real and the reality of what we're dealing with. You see, these crash dummies, they're probably more hated by their own than black people. See, black folks, we find at least some use in crash dummies like this. We can point and say, ha, we not, we not crazy. People like this exist. Right? We not crazy when we apply for that job and we don't ever get a call back. We don't ever get no correspondence whatsoever. And then we reapply under a whiter name and we get a call back. We not crazy when we at a job for 10 years and we more qualified and more skilled than our coworkers. However, our coworkers keep coming up for promotion after promotion after promotion, and we more skilled and we work harder, but our names ain't never called. We're not crazy for saying, maybe it's racism. Maybe. We not crazy, right? When we apply for them schools and we get in decline, even though we more qualified than we not crazy.
Now, I know it's gonna be some people that's gonna come around and be like, what he talking about? What he talking about? Bro, there's so much empirical data that has been done on these topics to show that, there's a lot of discrimination going on in this country, and it ain't going against white dudes. It's going against, mainly it starts with us, and then they go get everybody else after that. Like, look at that. Everybody help us gang up on the blacks, and that'll give you a little time before we come and start fucking with y'all. Because, when that China virus was going around, as Trump like to call it, I didn't call it China virus, he called it. When that China virus was going around, them same Asians, the one that like to shoot people in the back, fucking was crying out for black people, please help us. These white folks are out here beating us in the streets. They're saying we got the virus. But you want to run protection for them. Hispanics, let's get them out. No more money for you. You remember the motherfuckers in New York saying that dumbass shit? Getting deported. Now they want some help. It's like, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. You had to use your brain for a second.
And crash dummies like this is testimony that we not crazy. So when I hear rhetoric like this, I love for rhetoric like this to be repeated out loud. So we can put, see, Buddy is so deplorable, he even had Myron a little flustered. Like, Myron tried to compromise with him, like, hey, bro, we could all live in harmony. Even if you want whites to have their own place in America, we could live segregated. Buddy said, no, I don't believe in living in harmony. I don't believe in living in harmony. I want for white folks to have this country. I want all non-whites out this country now. Oh, I want the Civil Rights Act revoked. I want rights for black people taken back. I want women rights to be... people like this are creatures you think only exist on social media, but no, they exist in real life.
You're goddamn right.
They definitely do exist. I didn't see them. But, we've always been told that we just making shit up and we just need to stop complaining and playing victim. Like, no, that's just real, bro. It's real. You just don't want to believe it. Because it makes you feel bad on the inside. It makes you feel bad on the inside, y'all. It makes them feel bad.
I support any group's people to exercise nationalism. I've been very vocal about this. I think if people want to be black nationalists, people want to be Mexican nationalists, people want to be nationalists in general, and they love their group of people.
None of those groups that he named being black nationalists, Hispanic nationalists, which we don't even use those fucking terms, but we don't take pride in our nation of our people and try to harm other people. That's what theirs is. Like, when people say Black Lives Matter, that's not an affront to anybody. Like, when the fuck have black nationalists ever harmed anybody of any other group? I know white nationalists have. KKK, anybody? It's like, come on, bro. Like their group, their movement is to harm other people. Our movements are just to show solidarity amongst our own people. That's the difference.
Well, that's fine. I've always thought it was weird how white nationalists can't be white nationalists without being called some pejorative term or, you know.
Because they're racist and they want to fucking kick everybody out the goddamn country that they didn't fucking build. Like, that's why. That's why, Myron. What the fuck? He literally told you just a second ago he don't want you here. He don't want nobody else here besides white people. That's why. He wants to harm you. He wants to deport you, bruh. Like, do you not get that? Black people ain't trying to kick nobody out of no country.
Lose job opportunities. Meanwhile, other groups of people can be nationalists with no consequence. So I think, you know, I think every group of people should be able to be proud of their skin and their heritage.
So that's going to be a civil war, right? If there's black nationalists, white nationalists, Latino nationalists, that's going to be a civil war, correct?
Well, I think that there's.
Well, how did hold up?
Jesus Christ.
How did we just go from nationalism to civil war? Like this boy, like, look, you can see the evil in this white boy eye, this sperm count looking motherfucker. Look at the evil in his eyes when he said this shit. Wasn't he talking about no fighting, no war, no nothing, bruh? Why did you say this?
To be proud of their skin and their heritage.
So that's going to be a civil war, right? If there's black nationalists, white nationalists, Latino nationalists, that's going to be a civil war, correct?
Well,
how would that make... It only makes sense to the person. He's telling on himself, y'all. I got to break it down. He's telling on himself. It would only mean that to somebody whose movement is to harm other people. So when you see other people forming a similar movement, but not with the same objective, you feel like you have to fight now. You already wanted to fight, but now you feel like they defended themselves. So now we definitely got to fight. It's got to be a civil war. That's the only way it can work. No, dummy. Ain't nobody trying to fuck with y'all. That's the problem. That's the one thing they live in constant fear that other groups are going to do something to them, but you only live in that fear because you continue to do shit to other groups of people that would literally legitimize them doing something to you. But we ain't nobody been on that type of time. Like, you do something to me in a moment, I'm gonna fucking try to come at you. But like most of the time, motherfuckers ain't really studying y'all. Like, bro, y'all think about every other group of people. Like, they live, especially black folks, live rent-free in these motherfuckers' minds. We don't be thinking about y'all, bro. We don't be thinking about y'all. We be trying to mind our motherfucking business. If you a dude, get some pussy, get some money, and chill. If you a girl, I don't know what the fuck y'all be doing, because y'all be doing some weird shit. But either way, though, let's keep going.
I think that there's ways to, you know, mitigate that and exist in harmony. I mean, Lincoln Rockwell had a great admiration for Malcolm X.
Nationalism literally means we don't want to live in harmony. We want to have our own nation.
Well, you can do that via segregation. You can do it via... There's other ways to go about it, but...
So with the Civil Rights Act, we want to repeal the Civil Rights Act. You are against that, correct?
I just don't think that's a viable that's a realistic option in 2026.
So, okay,
versus...
but once we repeal the 19th Amendment, the entire reason that white nationalists want to do that is because then women won't vote and then we'll win on white nationalism, correct? Isn't that the entire goal?
I don't know about that, man. I mean...
Yeah, like, what do you want, buddy? Do you want full control over everybody and anybody in this country? Mainly, you want to get everybody else out of the country so then you can abuse your women? Just do whatever y'all want, because that's what it sounds like. The women should, first off, get the blacks, the Hispanics, the Chinese, get them out of the country, Arabs and all them, get them gone. Then we need to take away our women's rights to vote so they can't say shit, and we just gonna do whatever we want. We already told y'all we like to touch kids, right? And we already told y'all that we don't give a fuck about them Epstein files. Yeah, we need to do all of that, and then he could possibly win. He might be able to win in life if they can get all that done. Because obviously right now the motherfucker ain't winning. He ain't winning. He ain't winning, bro. You can't walk around looking like a sperm and win in life. He just not winning, man. He want to kick all the other minorities out and take away his women's right to vote. And it shouldn't be nothing wrong with that, right? At least according to him, he's saying it like a sane person.
The reality is that you know, whites are, you know,
this is crazy,
dropping off when it comes to the...
Matter of fact, yeah, I ain't gotta lie. I gotta do it early, man. It's early. I didn't think I was gonna have to play this one early, but I gotta do it.
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. This shit wild. You saw that shit, man?
And he's saying it with his chest, bro. That's the craziest part. He's saying it with his chest. And I need to speed this shit up. Why I got this shit going so goddamn slow, too? Bro, I'm doing all this goddamn talking, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm the entertainment. Fuck that. Let's go.
What majority? And then
we want to stop that. We want to get rid of the
Of course, I get that. I get that. But
the greatest lie that we've been told as black people, probably the most dangerous lie, is that we have to go out of our way to meet people like this in the middle, right? And it's usually like the covert racists, the ones who are hiding how they really feel because they really feel like this, like people like Steven Crowder, right, and others. Like they'll say, well, listen, man, like, you know, we should have discussions. And Steven Crowder goes to the black barbershops, and the black people in the barbershops is welcoming Steven Crowder and having a full-on 3-hour conversation with him. Yo, you cannot psychologize, you cannot analyze, you cannot articulate or have any middle ground with these people. These people have a philosophy that they should be treated as pariahs for. They should be thrown to the crevices of society and left there because they're bigots and they have no place in society. And no black people should even entertain this, right? We should roast this, we should laugh at this, we should clown this, right? And don't take it like seriously. Don't have no real meaningful discussions with people like this at all. This man even admitted, hey, listen, bro, like this thing y'all call democracy, I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, let's rig the rules so like white folks can always have the majority. All right, let's make sure that non-blacks can't vote and women can't vote, so we can like rig all the elections and have white folks pretty much be.
And y'all, remember we talked about this a few weeks ago. That's what they were trying to do down in Alabama, Georgia, pretty much the South. Pretty much the South after that decision that happened with the Mississippi case. I think it was Mississippi or Louisiana. Couldn't remember, but the Supreme Court gutting parts of the Voting Rights Act. Yeah, that's what they literally are actively trying to do. Now, surprise, surprise, Alabama Supreme Court blocked it, which is amazing to me. And I think another state actually blocked theirs. But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to limit people's power so they can just they can't win in a fair fight. That's the sad part about it. Like sometimes you got to feel a little sympathy for them. You can't win in a fair fight. So you got to resort to cheating. And that's how everything has been gotten over here. Just cheated, stole it.
Yeah, he said it out loud. So if people like this is pretty open with what their intentions are, which is, hey, the way the rules is written, we don't want a fair playing field, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that the playing ground are uneven, then why aren't we doing everything in our power to make sure, you know, the playing ground is uneven as well? I'm telling you, bro, you can't. Now, he goes off on this entire tangent about black people. He said about how he don't want us to have rights. All of this, right? You will think the one person who would have thick skin is the person who's calling for another group of people not to have rights. Well, this is where he realized he don't have a friend in Myron. So he gets to talking about black folks. Myron gets to talking about white folks. And then all of a sudden, all right, the white supremacist starts honking out, starts having a brain aneurysm, starts hyperventilating because Myron turned the page on him and starts talking about white people.
So here's the problem. Let me be blunt about this because I've had this criticism of white people and white men in general. You guys have to get your women in check.
I know
you guys don't have your women in check.
I agree.
Let's talk about white people. You guys don't have your women in check at all. White women in general don't want to date white men. A lot of them, are totally cool with being. A lot of them put off and push feminist propaganda. They're fooled by the Jews. They tend to be very impressionable. You guys need to get your women in check. And that is why you guys have the birthing crisis that you guys have, is because white women don't necessarily subscribe to having children young, having big families. They'd rather pursue,
Yeah. So actually the reason that I'm here is because when I was on Twitter, all the Wignat chicks told me to come here and to ask you to stop women. That was actually the original argument I was supposed to have.
No, we need to continue them because they're the reason why you guys are getting replaced, quite frankly.
Okay.
So you should be having this discussion with your white women, actually, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, like, look, so you're here white women, is that correct?
Yes, a lot of them subscribe to progressive ideologies that are the reason why you guys are quickly declining
Myron,
in
listen,
citizenship.
You're not white.
Sorry.
We don't need you talking to white women, trying to interact with them at all.
And that's the problem.
Right.
That's the problem. I don't need to be white to give a. See, here's the thing. You're behaving like a black person now. You're tipping out.
Oh,
Yo, what's up, bro? Wait. Oh, look at the.
and see, it's crazy. It's crazy that you had this white supremacist come out because all they do is talk shit about everybody else. Once again, living rent free in people's minds. They sit around and talk shit about people all the time and talk about what they need to do with their communities, how they're fucked up shit. As soon as the goddamn microphone, the mirror got turned around onto his ass, we don't need you coming over here telling us what we need to do. You stick to talking shit about them niggers over there. That's the mindset. And that's why Myron's stupid ass, he's gonna be a man with no country, a man with no home when he's done with this. And they really showing you now that they tired of your ass. They never liked you. You are a good puppet to push their agenda because they were too pussy to say it. So they getting tired of you now. Nick Fuentes told them they can say it themselves. What the fuck they need y'all for? What they need y'all for? Dude stepped on.
Caucasity, of this white man. So this man spent, his whole grand soliloquy talking about black folks and what we should have and shouldn't have and how we should.
Crazy, ain't it, uncanny? Crazy.
Shouldn't have rights. Our women shouldn't be able to vote and black this and while black don't deserve this and black deserve less. But then when Myron talks about white women, now all of a sudden that's out of bounds. Myron shouldn't be able to talk about white women, but he should be able to talk about what the black community needs and don't need. These people are the same people who sit on Twitter and lie about statistics and crime statistics and this and this to vilify black people. This is what they spend their time on Twitter creating their own crime statistics, fudging the numbers to make black folks look like villains, right? To like make us look like people you can't live by and live near. So you spend 90% of your time talking about black people. Myron gets talking about white people. Now all of a sudden that's out of bounds. If you're not white, you shouldn't be able to speak on white. So why are you speaking on black folks then?
You're literally behaving like a white person. Like, you are behaving like a black person. So here's the difference. See, here's the funny part.
Not your women,
when I criticize black people, they'll sit there and say stupid. You're saying you're not black, so you can't criticize us.
They're
You're
right.
doing the same shit about now.
Don't nobody say that shit to your ass, Myron, because you're black. You're a black Sudanese. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Are you? People will ask you, are you even black? Because you look Arab than a motherfucker, and you do have Arab and black DNA inside you. It is what it is. But they just ask you that question. They don't tell you that you can't speak on that shit. Don't try to put that on black folks. But he still got to, he still got to get it in because he want to save face. Like, even though the people that he's trying to save face for are telling him straight to his face, bitch, we don't even fuck with you. Like, dude, if somebody tell me they don't fuck with me, I'm still not gonna argue. I'm not gonna sit there and keep arguing on their side. Bitch, fuck you too then. If you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. We can keep it simple like that and we keep it moving.
Because I don't have to be. I don't have, see, here's the thing. Hey, Baldy, age of 47, relax.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Age of 47, relax.
No.
Here's the thing. I don't have to be white to be able to identify white problems as to why you guys have the problems that you guys have. Clearly, you don't have the platform or the ability to tell these women to get back in the kitchen. So guess what? Now I got to do it for you because you don't have the platform to do it. So the reality is that, look, man, you can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. You can be a white nationalist. Cool. I actually fight and defend for your ability to do so. But if we're going to have this discussion about white replacement, etc., well, who controls and who are the gatekeepers to sex? It is the woman. So stop complaining. Stop crying because you sound like a black right now. Let's be honest. You have a victim mindset. Stop being a pussy. Get out there. Tell your women. Stop subscribing to feminism. Start creating families. Start going in the church. And start getting some white babies.
Can I respond?
Sure.
Okay, so look, to some degree, I actually do agree with you. But here's the thing. The problem here is that, we white people, we got to figure out what the roles are going to be for white men, white women. The problem is, I've talked to a lot of white folks, we don't want your Muslim, get the women back in the kitchen, put a garbage bag on their head. We don't want that. So when you're promoting that stuff, that's never going to work for us. Do you understand that?
If it was our business, I would point out the hypocrisy in wanting to revoke women right to vote while also advocating for the sovereignty and the rights of modern women. Those two views are opposing and clashing. You don't believe that women should lose their right to vote while also saying you are against women like taking on more traditional roles. To me, that doesn't make sense, right, at all. And a lot of these dudes, like they present as if they talk well, but they're idiots, like they're dummies, right? And once you get behind the shock factor of it, you really get to realize they're not really saying nothing. They don't really have a plan. Their racist agenda probably breaks down by step 2. They don't know nothing else beyond step 1. Step 2, it breaks down. It completely falls apart. Step 1 is get rid of all the non-whites from out of America. Okay, cool. Well, that's about what, like 100+ million people? All right, cool. Then what's next once you do that? Once you get rid of 100 million people in the workforce, what's next? What do you do? All right, who's gonna run the factories? All right, who's gonna do the fast food jobs? Who's gonna be your doctors, your Indian doctors, your Chinese doctors, your black doctors? They're all gone. Who's your nurses? All right? Oh, how are you going to explain to your billionaire homies who run sports leagues that black folks are no longer welcome in America to play basketball? So now guess what? Who got to play basketball now? The whites? Yo, the plan breaks down by step 2, which is why like you don't even take this seriously. This is not even a viable thing. This is just somebody who is committed to ruining his life. So he's on a national platform spewing these like ideas in about 5 or 10 years. All right, when he realizes he's like a pariah.
Well, I do got to give Flacco a correction. It ain't about if it makes logical sense at all. They done showed you a willingness to do the dumb shit just because they feel like they're gonna harm somebody. Look at our current president right now. They put I don't understand how they forgot his first 4 years, but the motherfucker fucked the economy up. They want to say, well, COVID happened. This dude got in office running on, we're going to cut the budget, we're going to stop all this waste and spending. And niggas spent more money in 1.5 years than most presidents spent in 4 years. And then COVID hit. Say, nigga, you set that up. You set that up with your dumbass tariffs you tried to do the first time. You put them back in office. The motherfucker that went bankrupt, I don't know how many times. They don't give a fuck about the consequences of their actions. They want to get one thing done, and once they get that one thing done, they cool with it. They will suffer. That's why you ain't got no universal health care in America. Because the white folks at the time, when they found out it was going to go to everybody, they said, fuck no, hell no, give it to the private industry. And now they complaining that they can't afford their medicine. They going broke trying to fucking take care of their medical bills. It make perfect sense to them. It made perfect sense to them, y'all.
Now he's going to come back begging for mercy and voting Democrat like Richard Spencer. So he gets visibly upset and even more frustrated at Myron because Myron wouldn't stop speaking on white folks. Now, I'll be real.
I just created simple product videos for all these different products using Veo, Nano Banana, and Airtable. No API keys to connect. All the models are built right into Airtable. You don't need to start with professional photos.
I got to give Myron credit here. All right? Because if Jesse Lee Peterson was in like Myron's shoes, this conversation would be a whole lot different. Jesse Lee Peterson would have done the dance. He would have put on that strong man for them white folks, and he would have did the dance. Myron is at least keeping it fair, at least keeping it neutral, at least keeping the same energy for both sides.
Promoting Islam?
Yeah, you're Islamic. We don't want your Islamic values.
Actually, if you watch my podcast, I don't really talk about religion ever.
Your literally view of women is basically Islamic, correct? That you hate them?
No. Actually, I would argue that. What are you, Christian?
No, I'm an atheist.
That explains everything. Yeah, this guy just hates everybody, including God.
You know, while I'm here, Myron, also just for the record,
God is black. I don't worship him. No, Jesus wasn't there.
Myron, one more thing I gotta tell you.
So yeah, like
1 second. Let me just say one more thing.
My thing is because you're coming in from a position where you don't know. I don't promote Islam. I'm actually very I respect religion. I understand religion, but I kind of find it funny because Islam, Christianity, the Abrahamic religions in general kind of solve this problem. So maybe you might want to find God.
Yeah, I hate them all. No.
Okay, that's the problem. You might want to find God, and that would help you.
But no, listen. Your view of women is basically Islamic. You hate them. You want them to wear a garbage.
No, it's based on all the Abrahamic religions. Devout Christians, devout Jews, and devout Muslims would agree with me that women need to be subservient to men. That's how it's always worked.
Excuse me. Who are you?
Here comes Karen. Karen just walked up. Excuse me. Who are you, sir? Like, bitch, you take your goof ass on. And I don't even like Myron, but that ain't gonna lie. That is rude, bro. Like, that entitlement is amazing. Just walk up. Excuse me. Who are you? Like the dude with the microphones and everything set up in the whole setup and all that. Okay, go, Karen.
Got the Karen. Let's go.
I literally have no idea who you are.
Okay, so I don't know what just happened. Female entitlement. She just cut the line. Whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to say? Age of 47 or no?
Who are you?
Age of 47.
Yeah, one more thing. I'm 1/4 Ashkenazi. Just FYI.
That makes sense. Very Jewish. Very Jewish. That makes sense. A white nationalist that's a Jew. That's crazy, bro.
Well, what it really should be, you're German, and y'all adopted that name. Y'all ain't even them people, bro.
I despise people like this, but I enjoy things like this going viral because at least we have proof. At least we have a witness that we're not crazy, right? That people who think like this, they're in the fabrics of society. They're in the upper echelons. They're dominating certain fields and industries, but they're not dumb enough to really express these opinions, but you would know how they really feel, right? Based on however, industry, however systems they're able to put in place in effect at the top of their industry. Nick Fuentes even told the gropers, hey, don't be too expressive on Twitter, on social media. We want you guys to go to these Ivy League schools. We want you guys to work your way up into the upper echelons of society and then make the change once you are in place. So a lot of them think like this. We just would never know, but we'll feel the effects of it though. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys?
And yeah, look, man, very interesting, if I do say so myself. And that's why I look at these coons. And Myron, he got to be considered one just for the simple fact that he has black in his body. He has black in his DNA, but also his goofy ass. He used the black community to build up his Fresh and Fit podcast. He used the black community to build it up. A lot of people tuned in to watch. Yeah, he got the white boys over there too, but he also used the black community to get himself there. He tried to portray himself as a black man to get credibility. Shit, a black man pretty much put him on by the name of Kevin Samuels. Gave him some type of credibility. So for him to sit around here and talk shit about us is just amazing. But I hope he sees, which he doesn't. He doesn't, because they done called him a saying nigga many a times. They done told him to go back to his country many a times. Like, they don't care. That boy worked for the FBI. They don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, bro, go. Your skin look like this, go. And the motherfucker gotta wake up to it. But we gonna keep moving though, because we got some other motherfuckers. Like we got him. Myron hate black people. That white supremacist dude, sperm looking, count looking motherfucker. He hate black people and everybody else. Okay, we got you. He hate God and all that shit too. Well, we gonna go to a lady that hates men. I don't know if y'all remember her name, because she's a non-fucking factor. But Amanda Seales, y'all. She said some crazy shit the other day. And it's amazing that we got a lot of feminist ladies that be on the internet just spewing out shit. And it's the same way I say you got to treat them the same way you treat the white supremacists and shit. Because it don't make no sense. It's all an emotional argument and it's based on nothing. Amanda Seales, they kind of argue the same way. So I want y'all to check out what she said. And shout out to the media man, because he gonna give y'all the data and shit. Because this is a tired out, played out argument that a lot of ladies be saying that guys got all these. I'm just let you hear it. Check it out.
A recent Pew Research study revealed that the black population has grown by 32%, amounting to 11 million people from 2002 to 2022. So a 20-year, 32% growth. That's not bad at all.
I want to know, does that include the black?
Now, y'all heard what the motherfucker said. He just read off a stat that said the black community has increased by like 11 million people. What can be negative about that coming from a black woman? Remember that. All that motherfucker said was that the black population in America has increased to 11 million. Well, by 11 million. What negative can you get from that? Cue up Amanda Seales.
Bad at all.
I want to know, does that include the black men who are like, I don't date black women, they too loud, and are having black babies with white women? Does it include those black babies? I just want to I want to find out the asterisk on that.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
Either way, let it keep going.
Just let me.
Let's get to it, man. We need to see these numbers, man. Why the fuck would she even go to that? Does that include the black men that say they don't deal with black women?
I personally did not know that Amanda Seales has a radio show in Houston. It's called the Amanda Seales Show. And I'm sitting there listening, and she has a co-host. I don't know this brother's name. If you guys aren't familiar with Amanda Seales, she don't like black men.
He's aligning relationships on surface things versus grounding them in the depths of our spirit.
That made me think about Kevin Samuels.
Why? Why do you think about Kevin Samuels?
In terms of what I think I wasn't subscribed. So for the record, I wasn't one of his.
I was gonna say, you better put a disclaimer quick.
I'm not one of his followers.
If you put yourself automatically in a submissive or inferior position, you might be a simp.
But when I do talk to people that have been in tune with his messaging, it does seem from the outside he was trying to, I guess.
She tries to mask it as she's trying to uplift black men by telling them the truth.
Because if you were a guy acting the way that you acted, they'd be like, oh, she's a boss.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I've been getting this thing lately where I've been getting men that are like, she's masculine. Like she's masculine. She's Amanda Seales she's pretty, but she's not sexually attractive. Like I know a lot of women who are just like, why do brothers fight with us so hard? Like, why are you so mad at me all the time?
Complain all the time about don't nobody want your ass. Don't know how to treat you. As soon as a man or brother show you genuine interest, bitches act simple. Then you wonder why we go out with white women.
But if you know who this woman is, she just don't like black men. She's back on that bullshit. And it's cool. We know what to expect from the woman. It is what it is. But this is who Amanda Seales is. So she's trying to say basically that the increase in the population is because black men are impregnating all these non-black women. And it just so happened to fall into my lap as I was making my way to the gym. And you know me, I got to be the asshole. I got to do the research to put things into perspective for you guys. So now we gonna.
And y'all, we about to get the research. Honestly, y'all, this is a tired out ass argument. There are certain arguments that our sisters, I hope y'all stop doing this, that y'all say in the community about all these men are impregnating all these women. No, that's not the case. All these men are just leaving and going and dealing with all these other women. No, that's not the case. That is a small minority of people in the community. That is not the vast majority. You sound like them white supremacists. I told y'all they argue the same way. One black person do something, all the black people do the shit. One motherfucker you fuck with, or one motherfucker you know your friend fuck with makes all the other guys the exact same way. That is not the case. But either way, though, let's get to the numbers.
This is what they were referring to. This just came out January 18th, 2024. As you guys see up there, it's from Pew Research. Facts about the U.S. black population. So let me read this for clarity. The black population of the United States is growing. In 2022, there were an estimated 47.9 million people who self-identified as black, making up 14.4% of the country's population. This marks a 32% increase since 2000, when there were 36.2 million black people living in the US. So again, let me bring myself up here. If you are familiar with my channel, I gave you guys a distinct difference between people saying when it says black or African American. If it says African American, they're specifically talking about the black people who actually were born in the United States, African American. So when you say black, that encompasses all black people, Caribbean, from wherever the hell you're from, that encompasses all black people. So that's why you have an increase. They're not talking about just the black people that were US born. And I'm gonna break it down for you guys so we can be very clear on this. So this fact sheet that we're about to view is a profile of the demographic, geographic, and economic characteristics of the U.S. black population in 2022, presented through the lens of 4 different groups. What did I just say? The total U.S. black population, single race, non-Hispanic black people, multiracial, non-Hispanic black people, and black Hispanic people. So this is what they're talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and remove myself so you guys can see the bottom. So they actually broke it down. So if you look here, it's 47.9 million black people in the U.S. So nativity, like I stated, U.S. born, 42.8. That sounds very familiar, but from the numbers that we usually report. I usually tell you guys that there's about 20 million black people, black men in the States, and there's almost 22 million black women. I believe it was at 21.7 million. Now that number has increased to 42.8 million. Now you have the foreign born. When you see the multiracial identities, that encompasses U.S. born and foreign born. So you can see black multiracial, 3+ racial groups, and they give you that 1.44 million. Black biracial, 5.8. Black and white, 3.8. Black and Asian, 314,000. Black and some other race, 1.2 million. So I'm pretty sure you guys are asking, why am I bringing this up? Because of the fact that Amanda Seales, she believes that it's black men having all of these babies by non-black women. But we're going to cook. I'm going to give y'all a little history lesson real quick. So we're going to take a look at the history of the fertility reports from the CDC once again. And just for clarification, for convenience in writing, the term black or non-Hispanic will be used instead of the full phrase non-Hispanic, black, or African American single race. So they're basically telling you it encompasses black people. So this is the study that you guys have probably seen before on my platform. If you guys didn't know, the CDC has been tracking these fertility reports since 1973. And they did that on the same year that the Roe versus Wade baby deletion ruling was passed. Now, what we're going to look at is a period of time between 2006 to 2019. That is a huge chunk from the 2000 population to the 2022 numbers that were just released and what Amanda Seales was talking about, right? So between the period of 2006 to 2010, Hispanic women are more likely to have a biological child, 65%, than non-white Hispanic women at 52%. But there were no differences between Hispanic and non-Hispanic black women at 62%. So between the years 2006 to 2010, black women had mothered 62% of the children. Meanwhile, a higher percentage of Hispanic men had a biological child at 54%, compared with both white, 41%, and black men at 49%. Let's go to 2011 to 2015. So if black women had birthed 57.1% of the children between the years 2011 to 2015, and black men have only fathered 46.6% of children between the year 2011 and 2015, which number is bigger? Who's responsible for that overage of non-black, quote unquote, non-black, multi-race kids? Black women. Now, let's go to 2015 to 2019. A higher percentage of Hispanic women, regardless of nativity status, 62.4%, and non-Hispanic black women at 61%, had ever had a biological child. Black women have had 61% of the kids between 2015 and 2019, followed by non-Hispanic white, 54.6%, and non-Hispanic Asian at 47.9%. The percentage of men, regardless of nativity status, who have ever fathered a child, 50.1% was higher for non-Hispanic white, 43.9%, and non-Hispanic Asian, 35%, and was similar to the percentage for non-Hispanic black men at 46%. So again, let's do some simple math. 61% versus 46%. What number is the highest? 61%. So once again, between a 13-year period for every category, 2006 to 2010, 2011 to 2015, 2015 to 2019, Black women have had far more children than Black men.
I just found out that if you have 2 cars on your car insurance, this is 100% what you should be doing.
Man,
so I found
we
this
don't care about
website
that
and look
shit,
at the
girl.
difference. $159
But I hope
a
y'all
month.
didn't
I
miss that
thought this
point.
was the best price.
So let's break.
I hope y'all didn't miss that point, because if you really hearing what he's saying, 46% of Black men help father those kids. So that still means you got 46, we got to get to 100. So what's left? What is that? 54? 54? Is that 54? 54% that ain't fathered no kid. But on 61% on the women's side, so that means only 39% of the women ain't been popping no babies out. It sounds like the 61% of women are sleeping with the 46% of men, and they're creating all the babies. Or you're also going outside your race and creating babies. So this whole myth that all these men are just having babies, no, it look like there's a lot of women out here opening their fucking legs. Like, let's be real. The numbers ain't lying to you. Like, ain't nobody saying it to be mean or nothing, but the numbers don't lie. There's more women out here having sex and having babies than it is men. But so y'all can't just sit around and say, all the men. It's not even half. It's not even half. It's 46. Goddamn, you got to at least get to 50 to get to half.
Down the approximate numbers of Black or African American fertility between the years 2006 to 2019. As you're looking at the screen, you'll see the statistical numbers that calculate the population by millions between the years 2006 to 2019, which are the fertility years that I'm going to be reporting on. After calculating the averages for all 13 years, the total number of Black or African American people comes out to 41.39 million. The fertility of Black men and Black women aged 15 to 44 in the United States, as reported by the National Survey of Family Growth between the years 2006 to 2010, Black men had fathered 49% of the children, and Black women had mothered 62% of the children. Between the years 2011 and 2015, Black men had fathered 46.6% of the children, and Black women had mothered 57.1% of the children. And lastly, between the years 2015 and 2019, Black men had fathered 46% of the children, and Black women had mothered 61% of the children. Black women mothered an average of 60% of Black children between the years 2006 to 2019, as opposed to Black men who had fathered an average of 47.2% of Black children between the years 2006 to 2019.
The CDC's National Survey of Family Growth is not counting births. It is not counting how many children were born. Instead, it measures the percentage of people who have ever become a parent at least once. Across the 3 CDC survey periods from 2006 through 2019, Black women reported motherhood rates of 62%, 57.1%, and 61%, for an average of approximately 60%. During those same survey periods, Black men reported fatherhood rates of 49%, 46.6%, and 46%, for an average of approximately 47.2%. That means Black women entered parenthood at a rate roughly 12.8 percentage points higher than Black men throughout the entire period. Using the average Black population during those years, that 12.8 point difference translates to approximately 5.3 million more Black women than Black men being represented in the ever became a parent category. Now, that does not mean Black women gave birth to 5.3 million more children than Black men fathered. The survey cannot tell us that because it does not count total births. A woman with 1 child and a woman with 5 children are both counted exactly once. The same applies to men. What the data does tell us is that throughout every CDC survey period examined between 2006 and 2019, Black women consistently reported becoming parents at significantly higher rates than Black men. So when people claim that Black population growth was primarily driven by large numbers of Black men having children outside the Black community, the CDC's own parenthood data does not support that conclusion.
Now let's take...
And also that tells you that a lot of women are sleeping with the same guys. And we see it all the time. I know people that literally don't even really give a fuck, even though they kind of pretend like they give a fuck. Because, you know, Lotto just got pregnant by 21 Savage. And that nigga was married. And motherfuckers still want to go see that bitch at concert. It don't make no sense to me. I like, nah, I can't support that motherfucker. She on some foul ass shit. On some foul ass shit, doing some dirty ass shit. Still get support.
Look at Black men. Between the years 2006 and 2010, 50.9% of Black men had fathered no children, 18.3% had fathered 1, 14.3% had fathered 2.
And y'all check these numbers, y'all. Check these numbers, man. He's telling you between that period, 06 to 10, one kid, what percent of those men who actually had kids? This is out of that 40, 46 or whatever it was for that year. He's telling you what percent out of those men that actually had kids, how many kids they actually had.
8.5% had fathered 3, and 8.1% had fathered 4 or more children. Between 2011 and 2015, 53.4% of Black men had fathered no children, 17.7% of Black men had 1 child, 14.4% had fathered 2 children, 9% had fathered 3, and 5.5% of Black men had fathered 4 or more children. And finally, between 2015 to 2019, 54% of Black men had fathered no children, 16.5% of Black men had fathered 1 child, 15.2% had fathered 2, 7.2% had fathered 3, and 7.1% of Black men had fathered 4 or more children. So between the years 2006 to 2019, 52% of Black men had fathered no children, 17.5% of Black men had fathered 1 child, 14.6% had fathered 2, 8.2% had 3, and 6.9% of Black men had fathered 4 or more children. So again, who is actually responsible for the increase of biracial children in the Black community? That would be Black women. And to be clear, I'm only addressing this in response to what Amanda Seales said on her radio show.
I want to know, does that include the Black men who are like, I don't date Black women, they too loud, and are having Black babies with white women? Does it include those Black babies? I just want to get it. I want to find out the asterisk on that. Just let me know.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with having multiracial children. This is just another example of Black men being thrown under the bus while we were simply minding our business.
Some people don't believe, like when I put these numbers out, they'll say, well, how did Black women have more children than Black men? Do y'all think it's more races of men out there than just Black men? So when you see an overage or increase in the percentage of the population for years, and this is throughout time, it's damn near, I think it's between like 40 to 45% of men have ever fathered children. So what makes the Black community think it's different for Black men? It's not. So that's why I decided to point this out and put Amanda Seales on blast, because she has her own little show and she's still on that BS about blaming Jermaine. And it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. So no, Black men are not responsible for the influx of interracial children. And again, there's nothing wrong with Black women having children with other men. But you want me to put things into perspective for you, Amanda Seales? Only 4% of married Black women are married to white men. Only 7% of married Black women are married to non-Black men. So non-Black men, white men as well, have been knocking Black women up out of wedlock and not marrying them. So that puts a dent in the whole narrative that Black men are responsible for all these children out of wedlock.
Brands are quietly shifting to mobile game ads, and most marketers have no idea. Let's go see why.
I forgot to put that bitch on there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So yeah, it's not Black men. You have a conversation to have with Black women. Ask them, why are they allowing these non-Black men to impregnate them and not marry them? That's your job. That's not mine. So before you stick your nose in the Black men's business, make sure you do the research on your own first before you come over here and getting on your radio show and trying to put a bug in Black women's ear to make sure it's Black men's fault. You can have a kid with whoever you want, but when you start lying on Black men, that's when I get involved. And this is one of those situations where I got to correct somebody who considers themselves pro-Black / woke. We good? Gotcha.
Hey, y'all got to give him a round of applause. Hold on. Wait a second. Give him a round of applause. Hopefully, I hope that helps somebody tonight. Because I ain't gonna lie, I be tired of hearing that myth and shit. Because like me personally, y'all, I'm 36. I'll turn 37 this year. I ain't got no kids. Now, I know I went to school with some people that done got multiple kids, but married. Like the dudes I know, I ain't hanging around a lot of fuck dudes. Even though we did do some fuck shit. Because, we in high school trying to get the pussy and shit. So you're going to do some dumb stuff. But I'm like, they don't have a lot of kids. They ain't out here got a whole bunch of baby mamas here, baby mamas there. Like, motherfuckers in their kids' lives, man. But, that lie just continues. But we're about to keep speeding, y'all, because we coming up on the last hour. We got to talk about ICE, y'all. Y'all saw that in the title, man. We got what? Myron gets cooked, cover that. Amanda Seales said what? Cover that. Okay, now we got to talk about ICE. Bruh, Ben Palmer still has his fucking hotline up. The hotline where and these people call in and try to deport somebody and shit. He still has it up. It's still up. And they're still calling. They're still fucking calling. So we're about to check out on Ben real quick. Like, I like Ben, bro. I like being, bro. Being funny as hell. He got some dry ass comedy, but for this situation, dry ass comedy is warranted. So we're gonna check out being. They talking about getting people kicked out the country, shit like that. But either way, though, man, come on, let's check out Ben. Let's check out Ben. What Ben got for us, y'all?
I don't really know for facts, but I'm going to say that when you can't speak English or know how to make change, then you probably are here illegally.
Right.
And this is anonymous, right? I don't need my names on. Around.
Yeah.
And how it's changed, man, it is appalling to me. I fear for my grandchildren.
Y'all did catch that part where the motherfucker said, I hope this is anonymous, right? They want to do evil shit, but they don't want nobody to know they did it. I know this has got to be anonymous, right?
Right.
And this is anonymous, right? I don't need my names on. Spread around.
Yeah.
So this shit spread around.
How it's changed, man, it is appalling to me. I fear for my grandchildren. We moved up here from Denver, thinking this might be a safer place, but getting infiltrated as well.
Yeah.
Infiltrated, nigga. See, people, so. Hey, man, look, Clayton. Where Clayton at?
Don't let the liberal media tell you how to think and feel. If you have hate in your heart, let it out.
Just let it out, man. Just let it out, man. Like, I swear these people want to be like this, but they want to hide and act like they not. Like, stand on your shit, bruh. Stand on that shit. Just stand on it. You want to be anonymous and shit. They infiltrating all these goddamn Soviet Union. Like, what are you talking about, lady? Ain't nobody did nothing. Nobody done shit to this motherfucker. She called in already, y'all. If y'all heard it in the beginning, she said she called in because the motherfucker couldn't speak English and didn't know how to give correct change. So you want to get them kicked out of a country. I wonder if that applies to kids too.
Just a lot of not white people that are coming in, it sounds like.
Oh, man, like I say, we got them all. We got the Somalians, the Ukrainians, the Mexicans.
Ukrainians goddamn white.
I mean, whether they're legal or here on asylum or visas or whatever, there's a big problem. Well, who are you first and foremost, and what is the position you're with this immigration?
I'm Brian with the Illegal Immigrant Report, and we work coherently and incoherently, in sync, cohesively, in a non-affiliated way with the ISIS.
Okay, and who do you report this to? ICE?
That's incorrect. No, I report this to could be either YouTube, sometimes TikTok, Facebook, Instagram is one as well, and from there it gets disseminated to the parties that may concern.
I think that's you're misleading people, and I generally don't talk to strangers on the telephone, but that's what's going on in our valley, and it's not right. There's nothing right about it when foreigners are taking over America in such a mass manner.
I wonder what the Native Americans would have said about that. In fact, I wonder what every real nation, like India used to be one of the richest fucking nations. I wonder how the Indians feel. I'm talking about them over there, Native Americans over here. No, I wonder how we know how they feel. I wonder how the Chinese feel for what they did over there. Like I said, even some of y'all own neighbors in Europe, I wonder how they feel about how y'all did each other. Like, we already know how the Africans feel. Like, come on now. But like, come on, they just coming over here. Ain't nobody did nothing of the shit your ancestors did. They are so afraid, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. That's all it is. They are so afraid. They swear up and down that their lineage is the best group. We just did the best for the world. We're the greatest gift to everybody. But they know the evil that their ancestors did. And they always have it in the back of their head that these groups that they wrong, that they always say, we didn't do nothing, will come and do something to them. That's why they think the way they think. It's crazy. It's embedded in them, but it's taught to them at a young age. Because this shit is a learned thing. This ain't a natural thing inside of them. They're taught this, and they teach it to all their fucking kids.
What do you mean? I don't think I need to be talking to you.
That nigga said again. I like the way you be fucking with these folks, man. This shit funny, man.
Well, it's actually
Hold on. Wait a minute. What did they say? What did they say? Hold on, let me go.
Well, it's actually.
Oh, hell no.
I don't think I need to be talking to you.
She wants grandmother of a 3-year-old deported. Okay, let's hear this one out.
Well, it's actually a mother and a daughter.
Okay.
That I know that they're here illegally. I don't know the address. I just know the street name. So I just know that this woman and her daughter are from Mexico, but they're here, and the daughter was born here, and they came over with the woman's husband, who was also a woman, dad. Anyway, the dad had passed away.
So just repeating this back, dad's dead, daughter born here, so she's legal. So the mother potentially not legal.
Oh, okay, so it's just the mother. Yes, okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
So the daughter's lost her father. Now we want to go ahead and get rid of her mother.
Well, okay. Now you're making me wonder if you're really working for the government or not, because the way you just said that.
Oh, definitely. The government would definitely be ready to get rid of her mother. I mean, the government doesn't really have a heart. Since the daughter obviously lost the father, which is traumatizing. We're just going to go ahead and look into further traumatization of the daughter by removing her mother.
Well, okay. I mean, the government does what the government does. I don't know. I'm just reporting like they said you need to do. And
Right.
so, but now her daughter, they did not lose him recently. I don't know. It's been like maybe when the daughter was a teenager or younger or something.
Gotcha. So since she has had time to recover from the death of her father, now she should be good having her mother displaced.
I have no idea. I don't know the people.
Gotcha.
I don't even know the mother's name.
Okay.
The daughter has a child also, so it's actually the grandmother or the mother is the one here illegally.
Okay. So now we have more information that there is a grandson. Grandson no longer has grandfather. Now we're going to remove grandmother.
I guess whatever they do. But yeah, there's 3 generations living in a house. The grandson, the little one, he's probably about 3, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Man, let me pause for a second,
The
y'all.
most diabolical haters this side of the Mississippi.
That ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't right.
I'm sorry, I just had to do it, y'all. She giggling while she's saying this shit.
So the 3-year-old now we're going to say, okay, no more grandma for you.
I have no idea. Whatever the government does, the government does. Okay.
It doesn't matter if we, just split up a family or anything, as long as the government takes care of it without us having anything to do with it. If we remove ourselves from any sort of responsibility or just seeing what would happen, it feels a lot better saying, oh, that's just the government's fault.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I don't know who you are, so I'm going to hang up now. Bye.
Okay,
That's
so
what she was doing.
You got to the nursery and they were only selling a handful of plants.
Yeah, just like one. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I don't know who you are, so I'm going to hang up now. Bye.
She wants plant nursery workers to look, y'all, and these white women, y'all. These white women, y'all know who it is. Okay, first off, we want to get the last lady. We want to get the grandma deported. 3-year-old, whatever, lost her father, whatever, whatever. Fuck that. We don't care. Get you gone. All right, now this lady wants the plant nursery workers to be deported too. So let's see what they did. Let's see what egregious act these people did that deserves deportation, outside of just probably being Hispanic.
Okay, so you got to the nursery and they were only selling a handful of plants.
Yeah, like just like one little side under this tent, under this long tent, with all the other plants that look like they should be for sale there in buckets, just like a nursery. He said those are the only ones that I can choose from. I've got this really creepy feeling about the whole thing, and I think it's a front for something. That was my gut feeling.
It sounds like they're
maybe it's illegal immigration, maybe it's human trafficking, or both. I don't know, but there's something going on there.
Illegal immigration, sex trafficking. Because they said you couldn't buy the other plants, you could only buy this one plant. Jesus Christ, bro. Where?
You need to leave. That is disgusting.
Man, this goddamn fucking barely above room temperature IQ right here. So they told you couldn't buy the other plants. Maybe the other plants weren't ready to be sold. and you think that it's sex trafficking or illegal immigration going up? Like, lady, what? Who the fuck is this?
Okay. So they're doing like a human trafficking thing, you think, but then they're also selling plants?
I certainly hope they're not doing that, but something that seems like it's very wrong to me.
What was it wrong? Just the low plant inventory?
No, they have a bunch of plants there. Bunches. But he directed me away from all of them except for that one little area.
I just feel like if these questions remain unanswered, a lot of times there's, they act as blanks that we can fill in ourselves. And when we have preconceived notions going into things, it's a lot easier to fill those blanks with the images that we have in our own heads.
Well, I don't know what you're trying to say, but I'm just going to tell you that I just got the feeling that there was something off going on with that whole thing.
Okay. And so now we're supposed to just send men in vans based off of a feeling?
Well, that would be your choice. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just giving you a tip.
We did see some evidence of trafficking.
Really?
Yeah, they were trafficking plants.
That makes no sense.
Well, there's the spider plant, and then there's the tomatoes. They did have some cacti. So yeah, they were trafficking all sorts of plants.
Get exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 wallpapers.
I ain't gonna lie, I heard this shit was a good movie. I may end up watching that shit.
I don't know what that means, but it is a plant nursery, right? Or isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's a plant nursery.
Did they tell you that the only plants that you could look at were the ones under that one tent?
No, they did have several different plants open for purchase beyond just the smaller tent. But yeah, we did pick up some roses and some sunflowers. So feeling happier after this visit for sure.
What about the no trespassing sign? That's awfully odd to see on a business, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's awfully odd to see a no trespassing sign on a business. Right. I swear when these people see somebody that they feel some type of way about because they watch the news or they've been told about people like this as a child and shit, logic goes out the fucking window. It goes straight out the window, y'all. Straight out the... Why would you have a no trespassing sign on a fucking business? When the last time you been to McDonald's, baby? Got a no trespassing sign as soon as you walk in that motherfucker.
Some situations people do have private property. And that's very common in the United States. And
very,
people, businesses, and the government alike have the right to put up signs that say no trespassing.
Yeah, I've never seen that on any plant nursery I've ever visited, ever. I don't know what you guys saw when you went there, but I can tell you that there's definitely something not right going on there, and it's not anything to do with plants. That's my gut feeling.
Gotcha.
And my gut feeling is never wrong.
Oh, never wrong?
Never wrong.
Did you know maybe the gut feeling that you had when you called this phone number?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't know if you had any particular feeling when you called this hotline.
I'm not sure what you mean. Toward what?
Did the website, make you feel like, oh, this is definitely the proper channels to call? This is definitely a legitimate website?
Well, I felt like it was legitimate. Is it not?
This dumb bitch ain't even catching on, bro. She not even catching on. My gut feelings never wrong. But he's asking you, did you feel right calling this phone number that you saw on this website? Yeah, it felt perfectly good. Obviously, your gut feeling don't work then, bitch, because this is not a real hotline, dummy.
I think it just goes to show that what we may think our gut feeling is 100% accurate, it's not always the case.
Well, I don't know. I've seen things where I says, you see something, say something, report things that you feel are abnormal. So that's what I did. And if I can't trust the government website to say that, I mean, I don't know what to say about that.
All right. She wants her what? All right. Let's go to the next one.
What to say about that?
She wants her daughter's ex-girlfriend's parents divorced. She wants her daughter's ex-girlfriend's parents deported. So her daughter's gay. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready, y'all. I hope y'all ready.
She was the boyfriend, girlfriend, however they do that.
With your granddaughter?
They broke up. Yeah, they
Okay.
broke up like maybe 3 years ago. And so she married somebody else. But I know that her mom and dad do not have papers.
Okay, and how do we know that?
Well, because she was involved with my granddaughter for about 8 years.
And that's what she told your granddaughter?
Yeah.
This is a word of mouth deportation request?
Yeah.
And what about the parents? I mean, what do they have to do with any of this?
I just I can't do nothing about it, so I'll get her parents.
Oh, I see. So you're trying to hit her where it hurts.
Yes.
The most diabolical haters this side of the Mississippi.
Motherfucker didn't even do nothing to her, but she wanted to get some people deported because I guess the girl broke up with her granddaughter. So now, and she moved on and married somebody. So now she wants to get the girl's parents deported. This is some, look, man. Again! Lovely Christians, no hate in their heart. Okay. Okay.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you can.
And if they find out that you're trying to get them deported, is that something
I
that
don't really care.
you don't care?
I'm legal. I was born in Michigan. There's nothing they can do to me.
Gotcha. And so did you want to send along a message like with the deportation, like, hey, gotcha, mother?
No.
Gotcha. And do you want a percentage of that?
A percentage of what?
If they have to pay to get legal, we can see if we
Oh,
can...
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I think this lady might be Hispanic. To be honest with you. I'm trying to listen hard, but she sounds like she might be Hispanic.
Oh, I said they have to pay to come and get legal. I don't want no money.
Well, we could put you on there as a percentage that you get 10% at like kind of like an agent fee.
Oh, really?
Is there a way you could donate to a fund just to pay for the gas money to get them out of here for the deportation order?
Send me a website.
Did your
Okay.
child start using
This mother sent her
Instagram,
website. She'll
TikTok,
spend some money to get them
YouTube,
gone.
Facebook, or
She mad. I ain't gonna lie. I
Snapchat
think she
between
might
the
have been
ages of 8
Hispanic,
and
y'all.
18,
I
and
think
later
she might have been
developed
hating on her own
anxiety,
folk
depression,
on some
eating
real
dis-
shit. All right. He said he did not want his wife deported. He did not want his wife deported. Oh, this might be interesting.
I'm really against people losing their jobs for illegal aliens. And
Okay. And just so we have something to go off of, do we know why he feels sure that they are illegal immigrants?
they can't speak English at all.
Okay. Is that the only evidence that we have? Is there anything else?
No, not really. I just can't believe that somebody could actually exist that way without knowing that, able to understand English a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, believe it.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, like Americans travel to other countries all the fucking time where they don't speak their language. I don't understand how they can survive. Motherfuckers be all up in Mexico. Don't speak a lick of fucking Spanish. How could they exist? It only makes sense when they're in our country. So, like, what the fuck is wrong? These people are fucking stupid, bro. They're stupid. They're really stupid. And they think they're the smartest motherfuckers around here. And they actually have the power to run things and get things done. That's the crazy part. You got a bunch of dummies in charge. A bunch of fucking dummies.
Whether or not there are people who have lived in this country legally for several years, perhaps even decades, and still don't speak English,
I
still
understand
speak
that.
their own
In fact,
language.
My wife's from Thailand, and I mean, if I brought her mother over here, I'm sure she never would have. Well, maybe she would already know English, but maybe not. But
You said your wife is from Thailand?
yeah, she's a citizen now.
Could you go ahead and give me her name?
Why?
Just want to do some background check on her.
She's a citizen.
Okay, but yeah,
She's
just want
100% citizen.
to make sure.
She was naturalized, and we've got all the papers and everything.
That's great. Could you just go ahead and give me her name?
Well, I thought this was all supposed to be anonymous.
Oh yeah, we just want to check in to see if she's a legal citizen.
She is a legal citizen.
That's great. Would love to take your word for it. Just want to be sure. So if you could just go ahead and give us her name.
I'm going to not give you her name because I don't want to get her involved in anything.
Okay, but yeah, this is the illegal immigrant hotline.
Hey, look. This is how this motherfucker feel right now.
You just triggered my trap card.
This motherfucker shaking in his boots. He want to get somebody else fucking deported. But now that focus done got on your wife. And now, oh no, I don't want to give her information. I don't know these people over here. They ain't did nothing to me. It ain't bothered me or none of that shit. But I want them gone because they don't speak fucking English. But my wife? Oh hell no, not my wife. Not my wife.
And just doing my job.
Yeah, I understand.
Have a few people, it sounds like, that don't.
If you don't, listen, I'm calling to try to do a good thing for the country. And if you don't believe me enough to think that my wife's a citizen, a naturalized citizen, and I'm telling you all this stuff, if you don't believe me, well, I think you're being paid to do your job. So you might just have to do a little bit more work. Because it's not costing you anything. You just make more money doing the work.
I hear you. I understand that. Just going off of us believing you. So in the first report, you wanted us to look into these individuals based on us believing you that they were illegal. However, when we were to look into your wife, you told us that we also have to believe you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do see what you're saying.
He wants his friend deported. And I'm saying his fucking friend. Let's find out what his friend did to him.
Yeah, you said you wanted to report a girl named residing in Florida.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and where are you?
Damn, female on female action. Okay.
Where are you currently residing?
I'm from India.
Are you in India right?
From India? We got an Indian bitch trying to get another lady deported. Okay.
Right now?
Yeah, I'm in India right now.
Okay, so you're trying to get somebody deported out of a country that you don't live in?
I'm just trying to save a future of a girl who's not listening to that. She wants to live there as an immigrant, which will create more problems for her.
So you're trying to help her by deporting her?
Yeah.
Okay, and how?
Hold on. He said friend. Now I'm a little confused. So she live in India, but she calling this hotline to get her friend that lives in America kicked out of America. Is she mad that her friend left to go live her own life or something, and she want to drag her back? Like, what kind? Yeah, we gotta listen to this. This is crazy right here.
What do you think that would help?
That would help her in a lot of ways because I mean, as US, do you want that an immigrant in your country?
And what's your relationship to this person?
She was once my friend.
Okay, and what happened?
Nothing much. I mean, she talked to me about the immigration thing and that her visa is expired. I suggested her to come back to India, but she didn't take that suggestion, and then she stopped talking. So, I mean, it's in everyone's favor that she is deported to India and she doesn't live as an immigrant there and cause more problems to the state.
You're looking out for the United States?
Yeah, that's correct.
From India. How come you don't just say, hey, you should go back to India?
I did try that.
Oh, and she said no?
Yeah, she doesn't want to bring her parents' name down that, she went to US and then she can't stay there. So she doesn't want to take that decision.
Doesn't want to disappoint her parents?
Yeah, correct.
And so she said, no, I want to stay here to make my parents proud. And you're saying, no, I'm calling the federal authorities and I want you removed by force.
I wanted to report that. I mean, I didn't have any other way. I said, this is the most extreme way, but yes, I don't have any other option.
The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
Since we started managing the company's travel and
she a dirty
things
bitch.
are a lot more chill down here in finance. Now,
So her friend left. She didn't want her friend to leave, and now that her friend don't want to come back, she gonna do anything she can to get her friend back. She a little dirty bitch.
Right. There was no other option other than calling the federal authorities?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think she'll still be your friend if she finds out you had her deported?
Probably not.
Unfortunately, we're not able to get her deported like you wanted us to.
Okay.
But we did find an alternative solution.
Mm-hmm.
So we did speak to the government of India and spoke also to the U.S. government. And both sides have agreed to a trade. Unfortunately, you would have to come here and then she would go there.
Okay.
So did you want to come here?
Yeah, but I mean, what am I getting? Like, okay, I don't have anything to do in the States, right?
Yeah, you just have to find something to do when you get here.
Okay, like, I can work there and everything.
Yeah, there's jobs available. You'll just have to probably just apply for some.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you want?
How does it work? I mean.
Yeah, we would just process both of y'all's paperwork, and she would get sent back to India, and you would get picked up and brought over here to the United States.
Okay. Which is like, you know, it will get me into trouble or something.
No trouble. Clean slate. You get traded straight up 1 for 1. No strings attached. What we can do is provide the transportation. So we're going to go ahead and take her and send her back. And then we're going to take you and send you over here.
Can I just let you know, in like 2 days or something? I'll just discuss it with my family first.
Sure. Yeah, we'll give you a call in a couple days.
So, yeah, I mean, can you please send me like all the details?
Yeah, so what would happen is you would come over here and she would go over there.
Yeah, but why is that so?
That's just the way trades work. Yeah, the governments, the two governments had discussed the trade, and they both accepted.
You're not making me a citizen of US, right?
No, yeah, you would be a citizen of USA. You get traded.
Oh, okay. In that sense.
Yeah, you're not going to be a citizen of India anymore. It'll just be USA.
Okay.
But if you want, we could look into trading you back once you get here.
Okay, you'll be looking to trade me back?
Well, I mean, if things don't go well for you, yeah, we'll trade you back.
Oh, okay. And by that, what do you mean by that?
We'll find someone over there to trade you back for. It might be her. Maybe we'll trade you guys back for each other again.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that doesn't make any sense for me for now.
Well, you know.
I'm just going to leave that one alone, y'all. I ain't even going to lie. I'm just going to leave that one alone because you wanted your friend back because I guess you missed her and never wanted her to leave. But then when you got the opportunity to come to America in place of her, you was like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. Maybe she just wanted to come to America. But we're going to speed along, man. We got to go to Jew, bro. We got to go to Jew Almighty, bro. Man, these goddamn Asian folks, bro. Man, I don't know what's wrong with y'all Asian folks, man. I've been seeing some shit lately, like how y'all were afraid of black people. Y'all comparing us to the Vulturemites. I don't know if y'all watched the Invincible TV series. Really good series. But, yeah, they were comparing us to that. And I was like, okay, then maybe they just vaccinated. Because I've been to Japan and shit. But now we about to talk about the Chinese folks. These folks on some real weird ass shit, bro. I don't know where this anti-black hate came from, but bro, when y'all see this shit, y'all gonna get pissed the fuck off. Y'all gonna get pissed the fuck off. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. But either way, Jew Almighty, let's get it.
The level of Asian anti-blackness that we're seeing right now is disturbing and dangerous. Videos have hit our feeds of Chinese influencers traveling to Africa to exploit, embarrass, and abuse African children and babies for social media content and entertainment. While at the same time, they're obsessed with a black baby doll they've named Natasha that Chinese people squeeze, kick, hit, throw, stomp on for what they call stress relief. Chinese. And it's just like, why? The majority of Chinese people have never interacted with black people before, which makes the racism and hate even more disturbing. The racism and actions coming from the Asian community that we're seeing now can't be infantilized. It is disturbing, serious, and dangerous.
Chinese people have been up to fuck shit. People in China have posted videos of themselves physically abusing black dolls. Like, it's normal behavior, and they're just like, oh, this is what I do after a stressful day at work. Are you out of your mind?
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into This should be horrifying to anybody. They are literally going to a completely different country to abuse and terrorize children. This is sickening. This is crazy. An entire social media. These people are sick. Literally being told to say things that they don't know what it means because of a language barrier that is insulting to themselves and black people as a whole. That these Chinese influencers or business people then take and put on their private platforms where nobody outside of China can see it. In China, they don't use US apps. They have their own ecosystem of apps specifically for people in China, the Great Chinese Firewall or whatever it's called, which is how abuse and exploitation like this has been going on for years without anybody outside of China knowing about it. You can see the day here, April 2025.
The only way that I can think of to describe the things that you are 100% guaranteed to see in those comments is vile.
Don't tease the monkey. The anti-blackness is insane. How many Africans could there possibly be in China for them to hate black people like this? China is a huge country. So for there to only be 300,000 to 500,000 Africans living in China, the anti-blackness is insane. If only y'all knew what Chinese influencers in Africa do to African children. Many content creators make a living from exploiting and abusing the children. This is just insane to me. They go into these poor countries, basically kidnap children, use them for content, upload it to their China-only social media and get views from it, get famous from it, and make a living off of terrorizing, abusing, and exploiting African children. An entire channel centered around just chasing black babies and children in their own country, in their own home. How is this happening? How are the Africans in whatever country this is happening allow it to happen? Get them out of your country. Keep them away from your kids.
When African kids just running away, terrified. And these are kids that are probably out playing because there is usually no adult around. So in Africa, if you're not from Africa, it's just something that is culturally normal for kids to go out by themselves and play in the streets because usually nothing happens, right? They are safe. They go, they play the whole day, and they come back.
Okay, so she just answered that question. It's normal in a lot of these countries for kids to just be out by themselves.
Look, you know, it's funny that you would have an Asian lady say that, and I don't know if she was saying it in a derogatory way or not, but I spent time in Japan, and I'm pretty sure Japan and China have a lot of similarities when it comes to how their culture is and shit. Chinese, Asian kids, like at least the Japanese ones I seen, at young ass ages, like I'm talking about 4 and 5 and 6, walking on the street by themselves, going to the grocery store, going to the 7-Eleven and getting them something. They walk to school, miles to school by themselves. So I'm like, it can't be weird. I don't know if she's coming from a negative place or a positive place or just pointing something out. But I've seen Asian folks, they literally, they're kids. They be out walking around doing shit like they grown ass fucking teenagers or some shit at the age of 5 and 6 and shit. Like for real, I'm trying to tell you, they will walk down to the fucking 7-Eleven that might be a quarter of a mile down the road as a 5 or 6-year-old and go get a fucking snack and walk back home. So I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? These kids out here playing, they might have to worry about lions and shit, but you know, and hyenas, but shit, you can worry about your kid getting snatched up.
Without adult supervision, just playing for a whole day. But at no point does no adult around see an Asian man or woman, specifically a man, because his whole page is about terrorizing African children. Does nobody see a grown man running after these screaming kids to step in, stop them, protect the children? Nothing.
So these are videos where a Chinese person is just cussing out a child in Chinese. Of course, the child doesn't understand. And sometimes these are children with their parents around, and the parent also doesn't understand it either. These types of videos are so popular for some reason. Like, for an example, the guy who was in the BBC documentary, he would go and take these kids out of school, and he would spend the whole day with them, making them to make all sorts of videos. And most of those videos he would monetize.
Adults are clearly around allowing this to happen in their own country, in their own home. I get there's a language barrier, but somebody is clearly taking advantage of their children and they're allowing it. There are people paying for personalized racist videos of Africans saying what they're being told to say, which is racism against their own selves, and they don't know.
Sometimes the parents, of course, he would tell them that I'm a Chinese teacher, I'm teaching them Chinese. So it's just basically using those kids for content, beating up other people's kids. But what is really disturbing about this type of content is the things that people are saying in the comment section.
Twist it up and throw it in a pile of coal. They have completely dehumanized black people. This is the same type of stuff you see from racists in America, where they don't even see black people as actual people anymore. The face looks like the heel of a shoe. It's genuinely hard to develop a liking for it. As if they're not speaking about a small, innocent child. The sight of it makes one feel inclined to throw it into the river for fishing purposes. I probably won't even be able to show most of the things.
And it's like, what the fuck did black people do to Asian folks?
Happening on those videos, but it's a lot of Asian male adults slapping kids, pushing them, kicking them, making them fall over, just physically abusing African kids in these African towns. So people are going to African countries and enacting their sick, violent fantasies out on black babies. I am so fucking angry. It is very upsetting to watch, especially if you've ever had kids or kids in your family and you know how helpless they really are. Isn't there anyone to catch them like we catch thieves there? That's still the most shocking thing to me. No adult in that town or area sees Asian people chasing black people and thinks to step in and stop it or to identify who they are. What is this vile Chinese obsession with black people? This is inhuman stuff being done by Chinese on Africans, maybe equally worse compared to the history of slavery. What's happening now is terrible. It's not compared to slavery, though. What's wrong with the Chinese?
No.
They are treating him like a pet. This is absolutely why black people don't let other people touch their hair. This is why we need to stop taking pictures in these foreign countries with people that we don't know, because we don't know their intentions, what they're posting about us, where they're posting about us. You can clearly see they don't see us as humans. They don't see us as regular people. And when they do see us as humans or regular people, there's generations of anti-blackness in Asian cultures where they are raised to see us as the worst version of a human.
Today, I wanted to talk about where a lot of the anti-blackness in Chinese culture comes from, specifically Chinese. First, there's our language. The way we talk about the sun and going out in the sun. 你不要晒黑 is something that every Chinese kid has heard from their parents. It literally means do not turn black. Colloquially, it means do not get tan, but verbatim, word for word, it means do not turn black. Oh yeah, and if you get too tan, your parents will say that you look like a black person as an insult. I don't want to hear any of you saying this to your kids. Do you hear any of your friends saying it to their kids? Say something about it. If your parents say it to you, say something about it. We can talk about protecting our skin from harmful UVA and UVB rays without resorting to racism. Not wanting to get skin cancer is race neutral, is not colorist, but saying you got so dark you look like a black person, that's really weird. And every Chinese person has heard it at least once. Chinese people as a collective have also learned anti-blackness from their colonizers, like from our mutual hater. And they think that shitting on black people will somehow make them whiter. Like I hear Chinese people in China and in the US just parroting the most harmful stereotypes that white people had just made up about black people. They've learned to hide their racism at least a little better. And then Chinese people are out here doing the work for white people. Thought we were done with the century of humiliation. What are you guys doing?
A lot of black Americans have known about Asian racism and anti-blackness for a long time. Now, of course, I'm not saying all Asian or Chinese people, all Chinese communities, but anti-blackness runs deep. And here specifically in America, they are anti-black and racist as a way to gravitate toward whiteness.
I feel like for Asians, it's like we're serving.
And we literally just had a prime example of why they chased that 14-year-old boy down the street and shot him in the back. And guess who came to their aid with that all-white jury? They know who they align with.
To them, like you're literally a master's lapdog. Asian Americans have historically been racialized as emasculated in America under white supremacy, but some small dick lapdogs respond to that humiliation by trying to reclaim power and masculinity through proximity to power, through proximity to whiteness, and distancing themselves from blackness. In racial triangulation, Asians are valorized in comparison to black people, but still kept as foreign to white.
Get away from black people, kiss white people's ass for that proximity to whiteness.
See, when European powers colonized Asia, they didn't just take the land, they also imported hierarchy. They pushed the idea that lighter skin meant civility, wealth, purity, and darker skin was poverty, backwardness, and danger. And that colonial script seeped deep. From India to the Philippines, all the way to Japan, skin tone became the ladder, and whiteness was always at the top. If we fast forward to Asian immigration in the US, you arrive in a country that's already built on anti-blackness, already criminalizing black life. And what do politicians do? They dangle a deal. If you distance yourself from black people, we'll give you a seat closer to whiteness. And that's where the model minority myth comes in. That was never a compliment, it was always a weapon. The government used it in the 1960s to say, hey, look at these Asian immigrants. They work hard, they follow the rules. Why can't black folks do the same? And here's the ugly truth. Some communities actually leaned into it. Because of your family's safety, your visa, your livelihood depends on being seen as the good immigrant, you'll play the role, even if it means stepping on black people to do it. But don't get it twisted, this was not organic hate. It was policy, it was propaganda. And it worked, because it kept us divided while white supremacy stayed in power. So when we talk about Asian anti-blackness today, whether it shows up in colorism, anti-black policing in Asian-owned shops, or even silence around Black death, we've got to understand that it didn't just fall from the sky. It was planted by colonizers, by governments, by systems that profit when we fight each other and not them. And until we name that history, we are not building solidarity. We're just repeating the cycle. And I, for one, refuse to keep the cycle quiet.
And just as bad as all of that is this insane trend that we now know is going on in China of them making black doll babies that they call Natasha dolls to abuse the hell out of them. They throw them.
Y'all, this shit right here is sick. I ain't even gonna hold you.
They hit them, stomp on them, burn them, pour boiling water on them. You see them putting a hose in the baby's mouth, which will make it explode. And there's none of that, oh, this is just a toy or just a doll. When we see how they actually treat and talk about African children, it's genuinely so weird and uncomfortable to see. And the fact that people who are calling this baby a distressing toy is insane.
Cute black baby squishy toy is super fun for stress relief. Just like a small gift. Tap the link below to
Get a stress ball for stress relief, or make it an animal or some type of imaginary creature. Why in the world would they make their stress relief a black baby doll? The racism is crazy. Look at the lips. They're torturing the baby dolls, just like we saw them torturing the kids, kicking, pushing, punching them, slapping them. They're doing the exact same thing and worse to these black baby dolls, which represents black people.
Russia. Meanwhile, Chinese
using the baby doll as a sock. That's not too different than what we heard slave owners and racists doing to black people, skinning them, cutting off their limbs, using that type of stuff to make trophies and belt buckles.
social media.
But for a lot of people that don't understand, because I know we got a lot of white folks in America that don't understand American slavery, bro. Y'all folks was doing some real sick ass shit, bro. Motherfucking teeth was falling out. He'd take the teeth out of the goddamn slave's mouth. Motherfucker would goddamn skin black people and wear them as fucking belt buckles and jackets and shit like that. Y'all was on some real sick ass shit. Plus, y'all ate people. Y'all ate black people too. Plus, y'all ate your own folks too. But yeah, y'all ate black people too. Civilized though, right?
So on Red Note and Diane, there is a trend meme surrounding distressed toy people call Natasha. As part of this trend, people do obscene, cruel, and all things to this doll as you see in the video, and it's super popular and people call it hilarious. I personally have an uncomfortable pit in my stomach when I see these videos. These stress toys come in various colors, even pink here. The trend specifically chooses this particular model. Met with cyberbullying and nasty comments, especially now. Some netizens can be dresser and take
Racism on steroids. That's what it is, and that's what we have to call it out as.
As a community, we need to stop infantilizing Asian racism towards Black people. So I've been to my fair share of countries in my life. I've been to Korea, Japan, Vietnam. I've been to Taiwan. I've been to Thailand, right? Like I've been to tons of Asian countries. And in all of these Asian countries, in some way, shape, or form, I have experienced some level of like discrimination, right? And something that I hate and something that I've also seen is that for a lot of us, you know, my brothers and sisters out there, sometimes when we're faced with moments that are otherwise deemed as racist, we allow it or we provide room for permission because we're trying to come from this gaze of, oh, they're just trying to understand me, when frankly, sometimes things are just racist.
They're on Red Note calling real black children IRL.
And look what he just said, that last guy just said. I've seen it. When I was stationed in Japan, I was dealing with an Asian girl. I was dealing with her. Yuri, come here. Hey, if you watching. But yeah, her dad was racist as fuck. Didn't like me. Her mom was racist too. Didn't like me. But I had a situation where we was out in town, like not me and her, but I was out with like the dudes that I was deployed with. And we were actually going through like, because I don't like to go to like the tourist areas or where most Americans go. I want to go to like where the people be at to see like their culture and how they actually do shit. And one of my dudes, I was coming out of one of the shops, and one of my dudes was out there, and dude was fucking with him, bro. Like I could tell he was fucking with him because old girl had taught me a little bit of Japanese, so I could kind of hear certain words. And I kept hearing uso get, kakojin, kakojin. So I'm like, what the fuck is this motherfucker like? Does he not hear this motherfucker saying this shit to you? Calling you a black ass nigga, bro. It's like, I'm like, nah, bro, chill the fuck out. He didn't know what was going on, but I'm like, dude, nah, chill. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, slide, bro. Like, slide. Like, you over here and this dude, like, you trying to buy something from this guy. And this motherfucker over here calling you a nigga to your face, bro. Like, straight up.
Natasha. Who can resist a real life little Natasha with drool? Can't believe I actually got to hug the real life Natasha. She's literally treating this like a description of a doll baby. It's a real child. That is somebody's child. Stop letting these people have access to your children. The implication should be scary because they've already dehumanized black people in their minds. So now that they have this doll that they're abusing or eating, what would make them treat black people any different than how they treat that doll? Black people take this as a sign to not take pictures with curious Asian people when you visit their countries. Big facts. Those Natasha dolls being black is unsettling because blackness keeps getting treated as a spectacle. Even when black people visit China and strangers gawk or touch their hair, people rush to excuse it as curiosity. When being unfamiliar with someone shouldn't make them a curiosity. There's also a black baby snack. Eating black babies. What are we talking about here? What have black people ever done to Asians? Asian people are mad at black people and hating black people. We didn't colonize them. We didn't do anything to them. This black hatred they have for us, for all black people, is one of the most unprovoked things ever. This is disturbing. Eating black babies. This is racism on another level. Oh, there's more. These people are eating black baby dolls as food. I'm confused. Why are they creating snacks in the form of black babies? What did we do? Absolutely nothing. These people are evil, full stop. The people doing this absolutely are. They can't say it's anything other than anti-blackness, hatred, and racism. Using black baby dolls as stress balls is beyond disturbing. Eating them is even worse.
Chinese people have been up to fuck shit. People in China have posted videos of themselves physically abusing black dolls. Like it's normal behavior, and they're just like, oh, this is what I do after a stressful day at work. Are you out of your mind? What have black people ever done to you? Have you ever met one? Have you ever met one and not acted like a complete weirdo around them? Probably not.
There's absolutely no reason for the anti-blackness that we see from Asian communities, other than they do it and feel the ways about us that they do as a way to be closer to whiteness, to think they're better than us, or we're not human, or whatever the case. It's just insane, disgusting, and it needs to be called out in these countries. So shout out to my channel, man.
And yeah, look, I just had to get that one in there real quick, like y'all, because honestly, that is fucking kind of fucking stupid that we have so many people around the world that decide they want to feel some type of way about the black community, and like, nigga, we ain't did nothing to y'all, bro. Asian folks, we ain't did nothing to you. Hispanic folks, we ain't did nothing to you. Arab people, we ain't did nothing to you. But honestly, y'all actually been doing pretty good as of late, not being on that bullshit, even though we've had our back and forth with each other. Y'all been pretty good lately, but like for real, this shit right here, man, this is all passed down from the white race that literally did a crack job. They always talk about how good they did a job on black people, but a lot of other races need to actually look at themselves and realize what they did. They made y'all, especially when y'all came to this country, and even the ones that didn't come to this country, they convinced y'all that if y'all fought us and it was a shield for them against us, that somehow it was going to make it better for you. But look how they treat you every time. Like I said before, when COVID happened, Asian folks, all that good work y'all did with talking down to the black folks and shit, they threw it out the window. They didn't give a fuck about y'all. But they did give y'all Asian hate crime bill. They did give y'all that, even though white people, the average whites were out here still fucking y'all up. Hispanics, y'all aligned with them. Let's all vote for Donald Trump type shit. And then he got in office and the motherfuckers started kicking y'all motherfuckers out of the country. Like crazy. And y'all talk shit about Obama, but at least Obama did it discreetly and he did it in a more humane way. Trump had y'all motherfuckers all on CNN running around, oh my God, we're running through the kid. Come on. Actually, that was the Asians that were running through the kid thing. But we seen a lot of Hispanic folks running off construction sites. It's like, man, y'all fell for y'all fell for the swoop game. Y'all fell for the swoop game. They just use y'all to fucking keep us down. And you should really ask yourself a question. Why are they trying to keep down this one group of people? Why do they utilize everybody else of other races to keep down this one group? Really ask yourself that. Because there's not no alignment between white people and black people to hate on Asians, or white people and black people to hate on Hispanics. There's no alliance between that. But for some reason, there's an alliance between y'all and them motherfuckers against us. Sounds like somebody knows something that we don't know, and they just using y'all as some goddamn happy dummies. But either way, though, going to the last video, because, you know, the commander-in-chief been doing some things and some people been talking, so we got to go talk to our boy, I forget his name, man. What's his boy's name? The motherfucker Mehdi Hassan, my bad. Mehdi Hassan, real quick, like, gonna give us a real quick little breakdown with what everything that's going on with how Trump losing this goddamn war. Then we got to get the fuck up out of here because I still got to cook tonight. But either way, though, Mehdi, go and take it out. Zeto, or whatever the fuck they call this channel.
When the US kicked off its disastrous and illegal war on Iran nearly 3 months ago, President Donald Trump repeatedly promised that the war would end very soon because Iran wouldn't be able to hold out against the mighty US. A claim, a prediction, that he and his cronies delusionally repeated again and again.
We are on or ahead of schedule in that operation. Expect to conclude at the appropriate time here in a matter of weeks, not months.
There's just no way that Donald Trump is going to allow this country to get into a multi-year conflict with no clear end in sight and no clear objective.
At the end of the day, they do not have the cards, and they're coming back to the table for a deal.
Iran is just a military operation to me. Iran is something that was essentially largely over in 2 or 3 days.
As we've seen, soon is not coming soon enough, or at least as soon as expected. And even as the US claims a deal is underway, we're reminded that Trump's quick in-and-out Venezuela formula does not work on a country like Iran. How do we know this? Because just over 4 decades ago, the US got involved with a little something called the Iran-Iraq War. Let's take a stroll down memory lane, the kind of stroll Donald Trump should have taken before starting this war. The year was 1980. The Islamic Revolution had just taken place in Iran. The West's beloved Shah had been kicked out of power, and the new hardline supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, was making his own leadership ambitions for the broader Middle East pretty clear. Then along came Saddam Hussein, Iraq's own new dictator, secular dictator, who was eager to assert his own dominance over the region. In September of 1980, he illegally invaded Iran, launching what would soon become an almost decade-long conflict filled with World War I barbaric trench-style warfare, atrocious deaths, and...
Now, y'all remember who they said was in power? Saddam Hussein, right? Remember this.
Most infamously horrific chemical weapons attacks. Throughout the war, the US publicly claimed to have a neutral stance. But starting in 1982, the Reagan administration began to quietly provide the Iraqis with intelligence and military support in what was known as the tilt towards Iraq. According to Howard Teicher, who served on Ronald Reagan's National Security Council staff, that tilt happened just as Iran gained the upper hand in the war, causing the US government to fear that Iran would eventually cut through to oil fields in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. Teicher would testify in a 1993 affidavit that it was in that moment, in 1982, that, quote, President Reagan decided that the United States could not afford to allow Iraq to lose the war to Iran. Worst of all, the Reagan administration continued its support for Saddam Hussein even after it had confirmed Iraq was attacking Iranians and their Kurdish allies with chemical weapons. In 1983, the State Department received a memo that stated, quote,
now, y'all, if y'all don't remember, I know a lot of people didn't keep up with the politics that was going on during that time, but even with just doing some research and finding out, like, yeah, we were backing up Saddam Hussein, but when it came time to try to take him out because of what he was trying to do in the country, and it was going to kind of cut the United States out of the, them greenbacks, them greenbacks that they like, they decided to say all the things that they were okay with, the things that he's speaking of right now with gassing people, which is a war crime. They wanted to bring that shit back up. But when he was doing it and it was benefiting the United States, they were perfectly fucking fine with it. People need to understand how these people backstab you. It was perfectly fine for you to do evil and they benefited from it. But as soon as you fucking said, no, I'm not fucking with y'all no more, and you're not doing that evil no more, they bring up the evil you did before to justify taking your ass out. And that's what they did to him. That's why a lot of these countries, African countries, and a lot of Arab countries do not want the United States in their areas.
It is important we approach Iraq very soon in order to reduce or halt what now appears to be Iraq's almost daily use of chemical weapons. But, big surprise, the Reagan White House did not take that advice. Because when it comes to the Middle East, getting oil and protecting Israel are apparently all that matters to the US. In fact, after that memo, the Reagan administration became pretty open about their support for Iraq. Reagan's then special envoy, Donald Rumsfeld, even flew out to Baghdad to meet with Saddam. Smiling bright for the
sat down with him.
Rumsfeld, who of course would later
broke bread with the motherfucker, bro. Broke bread with him. Only if that motherfucker knew within the next 20 years, bro, they were gonna come and murk your ass.
Become a key architect of the 2003 war against Iraq, told Saddam at the time that the US shared Iraq's, quote, understanding of the importance of balance in the world, making no mention about the country's illegal use of chemical weapons.
This is the perfect pair for your iPhone, and it replaces 3 different chargers. So when I travel, I don't pack extra cables, I don't have to pack extra bricks. This covers my phone, my watch, and anything.
Y'all know why y'all gotta buy all these Apple accessories, especially for your battery? Because your fucking battery sucks. It's a piece of shit phone. Stop buying iPhones. Go get an Android.
3 months later, in March 1984, when Iran tried to get the United Nations to intervene against Iraq's use of chemical weapons, the US, at the request of Iraq, convinced the UN Security Council to water down its condemnation, issuing a general statement against chemical weapons without mentioning Iraq as the culprit. Then, in April 1984, Reagan issued another national security directive, this time urging the State Department to, quote, prepare a plan of action designed to avert an Iraqi collapse, including indirect security assistance and enhanced intelligence analysis and advice. The US then resumed full diplomatic relations with the country of Iraq in November of that year, with Reagan openly hosting Iraq's foreign minister in the White House, again in public, on camera, for all to see. And let me repeat myself, this was not some small scrimmage the US was supporting. It was one of the deadliest and bloodiest conventional wars in modern history, with Iraq killing an estimated 1 million Iranians and thousands of Kurds during those 8 years with US assistance. Just take a look at the Halabja massacre from March 1988 in the waning days of the war, where Iraq attacked the Kurdish village with poison gas, with bombs, sending an estimated 5,000 civilians, including children, into instant death, leaving 10,000 more blinded, injured, severely debilitated from chemical weapons. Then 1 month later, in April 1988, there was the Second Battle of Al-Faw, where Iraq retook the peninsula from Iranian forces by deploying an estimated 100 tons of chemical agents, completely razing the town. Behind the scenes, the US was providing Iraq with intelligence showing the location of Iranian troops, even while knowing Iraq would use chemical weapons against them. Retired US Air Force Colonel Rick Francona, who was in Baghdad in 1988, perhaps put it best, telling Foreign Policy magazine in 2013, the Iraqis never told us that they intended to use nerve gas. They didn't have to. We already knew. This all took place just after Reagan ramped up the pressure on his Secretary of Defense, writing on the side, on the margins of a DIA report, an Iranian victory is unacceptable. To this day, the US has never apologized for its role in that war. In fact, when the USS Vincennes accidentally shot down an Iranian passenger plane in July 1988 towards the end of the war, killing over 250 Iranians, including over 60 children, then US Vice President George H.W. Bush refused to show even the tiniest bit of remorse.
I'll never apologize for the United States.
I really want y'all to hear this part right here when this man say what he said. This shows you the sickness and the evil that's in some of these people's heart. Listen to what he's about to say.
I'll never apologize for the United States of America. Ever. I don't care what the facts are.
Like father,
I don't give a fuck what the facts are. The same way when we just murdered all them damn little girls in that school for girls on the first day of the war with Iran. that ain't a war because you know it's a military conflict, never apologize. They don't give a fuck about their evil, but they want you to apologize for yours, and they want you to pay for yours.
Like sun. That same year, 1988, the Reagan White House also went out of its way to oppose legislation that would have sanctioned Iraq, calling it premature and counterproductive. Now, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khomeini eventually agreed to a ceasefire in 1988, following almost a decade of fighting, and after recognizing that his country was almost totally isolated on the world stage, receiving little to no international sympathy, even after Saddam's most terrifying chemical weapons attacks. So who was to stop Iraq from committing even more genocidal crimes against Iran? But even then, after 8 years, after countless civilian and military deaths, after unimaginable destruction of Iranian infrastructure, even then, Ayatollah Khomeini had to be dragged to the negotiating table. Taking this decision was more deadly than taking poison, he said at the time. To me, it would have been more bearable to accept death and martyrdom. Khomeini didn't want to do a ceasefire even after 8 years and being completely isolated. Why would the US have ever believed the new Supreme Leader, Mujtaba Khamenei, would be willing to do one in just a matter of days or weeks, when it's the US and Israel that are isolated? We should have known this. But here's the problem. Americans have short memories and never seem to learn from history. Did you like this video?
Throw that in there real quick, like, because that last part, he ain't lying. I said it earlier when I was talking about the whole people forgot who the hell Trump was in the first term. From he's gonna get the country back on track and shit. The motherfucker put us in goddamn debt. And y'all motherfuckers put that bitch back in office saying that he's gonna get the economy right. He fucked it up. He fucked it up. I ain't gonna fix it. And he the one who fucked it up. But nah, man, I wanted to cover a few of these topics tonight, man, because there's been a lot of things that have been going on, transpiring lately. And we're going to clip some of these up, especially for the people that didn't get to watch the show tonight. We got to get these videos back up on the channel and stuff, man, and get this engagement going again. But man, be wary of a lot of folks around you, bro. For all the cooning people like Myron that want to get out here and coon, just remember, them people don't like you, bro. But, you know, keep cooning because you going to be a man with no country. Ain't no coming back over here. You might want to go back to the Middle East and deal with them folks over there, bro, because you can't come to this community. You already done burned that bridge. With Amanda Seals, like, a bitter bitch is going to be a bitter bitch. I just don't listen to the hoe. But we do got to get better with putting out these negative stereotypes about our community that's not true. We have an issue when we see other people of other races doing that shit against us. Why would we turn around and do it to our own? We got to be better than that. And Amanda Seals, you need to be better than that. But bitch, you probably ain't. So, you know, just eat shit and die. For the people that keep calling ICE, bro, that shit is hilarious to me. Y'all claim up and down that y'all these Christians that care about folks. Y'all just want what's best for people. Y'all want to do the right thing. Well, it seems like every time it comes down to you doing the right thing, it just seems like that means hurting somebody else that don't look like you. So, yeah, y'all eat shit and die. Next, coming up to China. I don't understand it. Asian folks, I don't understand it. I really don't get it. And I promise you, them white folks don't like you, bro. They don't like you. They don't like you. So no matter how much you fucking goddamn keep trying to dog us out, you might want to realize they probably trying to have you dog us out and keep us down because maybe they can't do it by themselves. And they know if we can have an even playing field with the rest of everybody, it'll be something different around here. But black folks ain't known for doing shit to people like that. Especially now people of other races. Like, you want to say, yeah, we shoot and kill each other. Guess what? Y'all do too. Y'all shoot and kill each other too. But we don't go outside our communities and fucking just be out here fucking with other people like that. That's not what we're known for, you know? And then to the final shit with Trump, like, look, bro, we're going to have to keep riding this goddamn war out for the little bit of time that we got left in it. I guess I don't know how long it's going to go because this dude a punk faking ass motherfucker. What they call him, Taco Trump. Motherfucker just keep chickening out. But, look like gas came down a little bit. I know my stock went up a little bit. So that's always a plus. But man, look, we got to do better, man. We got the midterms coming up in November, man. Look, man, get these motherfuckers out. If y'all actually go out and vote, for y'all people that do go and vote, I don't even care, man. Just vote down the ballot blue, man. It's like, for real, just vote down the ballot blue and get these fucking crazy ass fucking conservatives up out of here, bro. Because like we've seen what happened to this country, and honestly, they don't need to be in power right now. And if we have an issue with these Democrats, which we will have some issues with them, because some of them some just snake ass oil salesmen too, not gonna hold it. We will deal with them when we need to deal with them. But these motherfuckers got to go first. But look, that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We're gonna try to keep these things going, try to keep them interesting, try to find something interesting to talk about. But we got the NBA playoffs the finals starting tomorrow. I'm gonna tell y'all ahead of time. I got Spurs in 6. So anybody that got an issue with that, man, you know, take it up with your Lord and Savior. But Spurs in 6. Fuck the Knicks. Spurs in 6. Nick, fuck the Knicks. Yeah, I don't want New York winning nothing around here, and I ain't even got no problem with y'all from New York, but y'all be talking too much. But look, yeah, it's been fun, man. As usual, the 3 channels down below. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on for all that shit. I don't know how it works over there on TikTok, but yeah, just follow and just tune to the content, man. We're gonna keep these things coming, and y'all be safe, man. Stay out of trouble, don't do nothing I wouldn't do, and I do a lot of things. But we're gonna catch y'all on the next one as always, man. Peace.